It is the first of the month. Open your pipeline. And the number you are guaranteed is zero, not low, not down on last month. Zero. Every deal you chased last month, gone. That knot in your stomach is back. Before I show you why this happens and exactly how to break it, let me tell you who I am. I'm Andy Whitehead. Have spent 15 years helping build and scale executive search firms, over 2,000 of them. Came out of financial systems and trading floors, where the entire game is making money compound. That is the lens I bring to your desk. Here is the first hard truth. You do not own a business. You own a job. High-paying, exhausting job. The day you stop dialing, the revenue stops completely. And look at the maths of that job. 15, 20 live roles at once, graded A, B, and C, guessing which might close. You fill what, 2 or 3 in 10? Which means 70% of your skilled consultative work is done for free. Think about what that actually is. You do 100% of the work for a 20 to 30% chance of being paid. You are funding the client's search with your own time and carrying all of their risk. And you know exactly how it ends because you have lived it. The candidate taken to offer, then lost to a counter-offer. The role you worked for weeks, pinned. The CV that lands an hour after a competitor, and we already have that one. The exclusive mandate the client quietly fills internally. Then they grind your fee because another agency does it cheaper. And the hire that actually mattered, the big one, gets handed to a Shrek firm on brand name alone. You are treated as a vendor, interchangeable, replaceable. So why does this keep happening every single month? It is not your effort. It is not your talent. It is the structure you're working inside. Let me draw it for you. Every search firm owner is sitting on one of two lines. The first is the reset line. You climb all month. Then on the first, you crash to zero. Climb, crash, repeat. The second is the compound line, where each month begins higher than the last because last month's work is still paying you. Same effort, same hours, same talent, completely different shape. And which line you're on is not decided by how hard you work. It is decided by how your firm is built. Picture your revenue as water in a bucket. Every month you pour in placements, calls, energy, and every month it leaks straight back out to zero. There are 3 holes in that bucket. Hole 1, transactional clients. One-off placement ends the second the invoice is paid. No carryover. Next month, hunting strangers again. Hole 2, interchangeable positioning. If a client can line you up against 4 other firms and compare on speed and fee, you are a commodity. Commodities do not get retained. They get squeezed. Hole 3, founder-dependent delivery. If every search runs through you, the firm cannot hold revenue without you driving it. The day you breathe, the bucket empties. Transactional, interchangeable, founder-dependent. That is the reset trap. And here is the part that stings. You can be the best biller in your market and still be trapped inside all 3. So how do you climb off the reset line? You do not rebuild the whole firm. You do not fire every contingent client tomorrow. You convert one mandate this month. I'm going to show you the exact 4 steps. Step 1, audit the desk, open every live role you're working. Side each, write one word, transactional or relationship. Be honest, most of the list will say transactional. That list in writing is your reset line. Step 2, find the one role that is hardest to fill. Not the easiest, the hardest. The critical aged niche or urgent hire where getting it wrong badly hurts the business. Retained is not about seniority. It is about difficulty. That role is where a client will pay for certainty. Step 3, you change the conversation. You stop saying, I will get some CVs over by Friday. You begin asking, what is this empty seat costing you every month it stays open? What does the wrong hire here cost you? Now you are not pitching. You are diagnosing. Then you say the line that flips everything. This hire is too important to run as a numbers game across 5 agencies. Here is how I would own it. Exclusively, properly, and get it right the first time. You are no longer selling speed. You are selling certainty. Step 4, you lock it with structure. Engagement fee paid up front. Skin in the game on both sides. Exclusivity, feedback deadlines, steering calls, real partnership, not a verbal promise with nothing behind it. That one mandate is your first plugged hole. It is the first stair on the compound line. The client does not vanish when the placement closes. They carry into next month, and the bucket finally holds. I'll do it again and again, because here is the prize. 6 retained mandates can pay you what 100 contingent jobs did. Fewer clients, higher fees, predictable money. A founder I worked with lived on the reset line for years. Strong biller, 15 live roles, beginning every month at 0. We took one critical age role and restructured it with an engagement fee. Then we made that conversation a repeatable process. Within months, it was embedded in how the firm ran. He now works around 8 retained mandates at a time with over 15 clients who come back to him again and again. Same recruiter, different line. Here is your move today. Do step 1, open your desk, mark every row, Find the hardest one, the one a client cannot afford to get wrong. That is your first compound mandate. If you want the full shift from a firm that resets to a firm that owns its niche, I made a short briefing that walks through the whole method. It's called The Market of One Briefing. Watch it at apexconsultinggroup.co. And next, watch the video called You Don't Have a Recruiting Problem, You Have This One. Because the reset you just learned to break is only a symptom. We'll show you the cause. We'll see you in the next one.